got an E30 BMW 1989 convertible. We'll be changing the rear wheel bearing, driver's side, and I'll show you the process on getting this thing out. Let's get started. First things first, let's remove the wheel. Number 17, I'm using a gun. It's a lot easier. You guys should get one. Remove these caps right here. Oh, there's another cap right here. That. See that cap come off? There it is. Alright, after you guys remove that cap, it is a number 7 hex. There's the guide pin. There's the other one. In the front, let's remove this bracket here. Just comes out just like that. Now we should be able to remove the caliper. Brakes are in here. I'm going to take those out for now. I'm going to set the caliper here. Careful to not break the brake hose. We've got 2 bolts in the back we've got to remove. These are 17 millimeters. 1 and 2. You might want to spray a little WD-40 into them if they've never been removed. Alright, now we're going to have to remove the rotor. It is held on by this guy. It is a number 5. Look how bad mine is. I'm going to spray some WD-40 on that bitch. And we're going to do some in here too, because eventually we're going to have to remove this bolt in here. Or this nut, I mean. So we'll let that penetrate through there. Number 5, Allen. Wish me luck. Holy moly, that was easy. If you got a rubber mallet, now's the time to just hit it around. But I'm just gonna do this. Just kind of vibrating it a little bit, so, because look, it's really sealed here. It looks like there's rust and stuff building up. Alright you guys, I'm unable to get this thing out here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this bolt here. And hopefully this whole thing can come out and I can knock this out. I put some WD-40 in the holes, I put some WD-40 around here. I hit it so many damn times with this rubber mallet. I took a huge pipe wrench, hit it in the back a bunch of times, and here, using the impact gun, I screwed this in, and as I screwed this in, I noticed this was rotating this way, because if I look at the hole was no longer straight. So look, see? So I know that in here it's getting loose. So I screwed this nut in more, and it eventually rotated a little more. I went to the back, hit it with the damn pipe wrench really hard, and it came off. Wow. This thing's probably never been off ever. Alright, now let's remove this nut that's in here. Now we gotta remove the axle shaft. On this one, it is a number 8 hex. All right, now that all 6 of the bolts are removed, you can see that this can move out. So we'll move it this way. I'm just gonna set it right here on the exhaust. So now we're gonna try to remove this shaft out of here. I pulled it out and I just moved that all the way to the left as far as it can go. Wow, listen to this. Alright, we're gonna first remove this spring. Get yourself one of these alligator thingies. They're freaking amazing. Actually, right here. And we're gonna pull it out. Just like that. We've got another spring at the bottom here. Just like that. I'm gonna pull that out. There you go. There we go. So that's what that looks like. Be careful when I take this out. Got another one on this side. See how that goes in there? And then it turns and locks. So you gotta push it in. Turn it 90 degrees and it'll come out. Alright, I'll just be using a piece of wood here and probably another 2x4 right under it here somewhere. Get your lug nuts, screw it into the wood, a little bit here, a little bit there, go back and forth until the hub comes out. Ooh, I just yanked it out and yeah. This thing was way overdue. It's really bad. Pull it out with these. So in order to remove the axle completely out, which you will need to do, I had to drop the exhaust a little bit. There are 4 13 millimeters, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pretty much just these metal brackets that are holding up the muffler here. You can bring this down a little bit. And then, in order for this part to squeeze through the spring and this strut here, you're gonna have to lift it up a little bit. And then these two will spread apart a little bit, so you'll be able to squeeze this out. Now, this whole thing is out. So I'm just gonna put that on the ground there, and we're gonna need this whole entire space in order to pull out this bearing. Since the bearing has fallen apart and it's stuck inside here, the inner race is not there, so I can't pull it. So the way we're gonna do this is I've got a bearing driver set. This is a 65 millimeter It's perfect. It goes right over the lip, through into, it'll pull the middle part of the bearing. Now we're gonna get some 1/2 inch thick washers, alright? Don't get these thin ones, they'll bend. They're poopy. Alright. So, we got a 1/2 inch bolt, 5 inches, with the thick washers. I've got my little pulley thing here. I'll be using that. This is amazing. It is a 3-inch PVC pipe in the plumbing department at Home Depot. 3 inches, alright? It goes right over this thing perfectly, like perfect. We're gonna put this through that flat driver there, and we got 2 more 1/2 inch washers that will go through back here. And now we've got a 1/2 inch bolt. Let's put them together. We'll put a 19mm here. We're gonna screw this in, because when we screw it in, it'll pull the bearing out. On the back side, we've got a 19mm deep socket. So here's my little short one. I'm actually gonna stick a pipe into it to get more torque. We're gonna hold this down. We're gonna hold that one down and screw this one in. It's gonna get really tight, but little by little, you just keep doing it, and it'll eventually come out. I think the problem is that the socket is not deep enough. Holy shit, that would suck ass, right? After the 5 inch, if you don't have a deep enough socket, you're gonna have to switch it to a 3.5. That's what I got here. Or you can just add a bunch of washers and make this shorter. But I've got a 3.5 here. And we're out. Holy moly. Fucking shit. Here's a driver that was pushing it out. Thank God I had this thing. And here's the damn bearing. Alright, so now we're going to be installing it in. How do we install it in? Well, we're going to be kind of doing the same thing again. Here are the new bearings by FAG, part number. Alright, I cleaned it up a little bit here. We're going to add some anti-seize. Just a thin layer. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's all coming out. Thin layer of anti-seize here. All around. It's kind of a lot, but it's alright. I'm gonna do it where I have the numbers on the bearing facing out. So, first off is we'll put the bearing there to make sure the bearing is on straight. So my 5-inch broke. I'm gonna have to improvise, but if you guys have a 5-inch, you guys can use the 5-inch. I'm gonna use this and this. Ignore this driver, it's just there for spacing since the thread is only right here. I just needed to add some spacers. We're using the 76mm flat side on the back. Okay, 2 washers in the back and half inch nut. All right, we got our 19 deep socket in the back. We got our 19 in the front. So now you just screw it in. All right, as you guys can see, it is now flush. Now we got to push it in. So for that, this again is just spacing. I advise that you guys get a 5-inch instead of something like this since mine broke. So the 65mm is going to be the one that's going to press this inside. I'm gonna put that here. These are just spacers, ignore those. Put that through here. We got the 76mm in the back. It's gonna be on the flat side. 2 washers. And the nut. That might be it. Let's install the snap ring. Just like that. Alright, so the inner race is stuck on the wheel hub now, of course. What do we do? How do we get it out? Well, let's stick it on a vise here. And I already did it, I didn't get to show you guys, but there wasn't a gap here. I stuck a chisel right there. Boom, 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 hit it like 3 times. And that's where we are. The next step will require us to get some special tools. So we've got the rotor here. What we're gonna do is take the hub, place it on top like that, and screw in the rotor. Alright, just like that, so it doesn't freaking move anywhere. Now you guys are going to need a toolkit like this one. A bearing separator. We're going to have to use this. And this. Let's use this one. Okay. So here's how this is going to work. Bearing separator goes right where that notch was that you recently split with the chisel. Tighten this up. Alright, you're going to put this through here. Like that. Another one here. This will go right here. Put the washers on. Put the nut on. Alright. So this is what this looks like. And we're gonna need something to go in here here to press this down. We'll probably find some kind of socket to place in here so we can press this and this will come right through. Alright, here's what I came up with, you guys. I got a 7/8 socket and I put a bolt through it. This was the bolt that we used to get out the bearing, so I'm gonna put that through it right in here. And then we're gonna press this down. And now we're gonna crank away. And there we have it. It's out. Really get this contraption. This is also the wheel hub separator that I didn't have earlier, so I used a piece of wood. But now that I got this, I think I'll be using this. This is amazing. I'll have the link below. Here's how this works. There's this guy. There's a hole here. This one goes in here. This one goes like this, and it goes into those notches right there. Just like that. This is gonna flip up, and now you've got this hole, which goes right there. And that is held on by a tiny little key here. That right in. And there you have it. That's how that goes. We're gonna put back the brake. Remember these guys? It's got a spring on it. Don't forget that. It'll go right in here. It's gonna go into this hole. And all you gotta do is get a number 5 Allen, put it in, and turn it 90 degrees. Let's do that. Push it in, turn it, done. Bottom here, see this part? Grabs onto right there. Oh shit. So that could happen, and it goes right there. Boom. Same thing here for the other side. There's the hole. Make sure the bottom here goes into there, just like that. .90 degrees. There you go. Alright you guys, I messed up. This is supposed to be facing the back of the car. So let's flip that the other way. And this tab here is up on top, so alright. Let's put it back. We'll get the spring. Now grab your spring tool, pull the spring to there, get this in. Oh god, I got lucky right there. Look, it's almost in. I'm just gonna hit it in with the screwdriver. It's probably gonna fly everywhere right now. Or not. Get this in there. There we go. Alright, get your spring. One's there. Put into there. Yikes. Okay. It's almost in, so I'm gonna push it in. There you go. Now we're in the part where we get the damn hub back on. I'm gonna put a little bit of, oh shit, it's gooing out again. A little bit around the hub. Now let's put this right there. Alright, so the question is, how are we gonna press this in? Well, alright, you guys, to screw this in, you'll be needing a long 1/2-inch screw here. Mine is not long enough. However, I'm gonna be using the two, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put four washers here. And then we're gonna put a 72 millimeter in the back to hold that. Get your 19 millimeter, hold it in the back again. Make sure it's all straight. So let's get this freaking axle back in. It connects to over there, into here. As I've lifted this up a little bit, and it will make room for the axle to fit through here. So now I can grab it and bring it in. It's sort of in, but I gotta push it more in. So it looks like it came through. I get to screw this back on. 30 millimeter. We're gonna screw it in just a little bit so the axle can come in a little closer. Okay. That might be good enough for me to put it back in over there. Alright, just get all those bolts in. I'll be back. Alright, let's put the rotor back on. If it doesn't fit, you guys might have to do some adjusting with this here. If I push it down, it'll tighten it. If I push it in, it'll loosen it, but I loosened it out all the way. So, put some anti-seize around here so that next time you can pull it out a lot easier. Alright. We want it to have a little drag. Not too much, alright? If it just spins freely, you're gonna have to adjust that this thing. You're gonna have to push it down So this screw pushes against this here. So the screw will push against this and it'll spread it out. So the brakes become a little tighter. But mine seems to be perfect. Okay. We're gonna line up the holes. There you go. Allen key number 5. And it's stuck. Cool. Let's put this bracket back on that holds the caliper. There are two 17 millimeters there. Goes on just like this. Okay. Alright, let's get the caliper back on. But before we do that, we're gonna have to squeeze this guy here. Just get one of these clamps. Squeeze it down. Alright. Now that that is down, as far as it can go, just put your brakes back on. You can't mix them up because this one's got these lock things in here that go right in here. So push that down, boom. Grab this one. Goes right there. Put that back just like that. You got these 2 pins, remember? From a long time ago when we took them out. This is a number 7. Put those back in. Wow, we're almost done, we're almost done. Promise you guys, we're almost done. Don't forget to put the cap back on. Another one up here. Alright, let's put this bracket back on. The top and the bottom are on the outside and this goes in. Just like that. Now you guys can watch me put back the exhaust real quick. We're about done. Let's put the stupid wheels back on. Welp, that completes the wheel bearing project. That was crazy. So I hope you guys learned something about the wheel bearing. We ran into some issues and we tried different ways of solving it, and you know, we eventually figured it out. You guys will most importantly really need to buy the damn 1/2-inch bolts. 5-inch, 4-inch, 3.5, 4.5, just different sizes. They're like $1.20 each. All right, don't forget that. Don't forget the washers, the thick ones. All right, and I've also provided a link below for you guys to get the driver set. These right here, yeah, it's gonna really help. That's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Like and subscribe. I'll have more videos soon, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters.